Well, here we are for the Vintners Series of the Wine of the Month Club for February of 2017. Has kind of an odd sound to it, 2017.
Oh, everybody.
Hi. All right. Thank you for sharing.
So, this is before the Vintners Series existed.
Before the Vintners-
1977, February, 40 years ago. This is what I love about this club. In fact, I got interviewed the other day by the San Francisco Chronicle.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Oh, you guys started this whole industry?" I said, "Let me tell you about it." Ed Masiano was working at Der Wiener Schnitzel.
It was way before that. It was way before that. Actually, not way before that, but pretty much.
Good night. 1977 selections for the classic series, that's all we had back then, was a Fetzer Sonoma Cabernet. Now, Fetzer was like, how old do you think the Fetzer was at that point? I think it was probably just a few years, right?
Yeah, they
Late 60s?
Yeah, late 60s. Yeah.
But one of the forefront of Sonoma wines, of course.
No, Mendocino. Barney
Oh, yeah,
Fetzer.
Mendocino, that's
yeah,
what they are, yeah.
Fetzer and Parducci pretty
Mendocino.
much, discovered Mendocino and did a phenomenal job. I mean, their wines are out of this world.
$3.50 a bottle.
Well,
Sonoma Cab, and then the fun one though. This is back when we always had an import and always had a domestic wine. It alternated. Morandel Gumpolskirin Adelstein Auslese Traminer. So
a sweet wine with
sweet.
a sweet Traminer. The word Gewürztraminer really means spicy Traminer because Gewürz means spicy in German. And the way it came about is they noticed that some of the vines in their Traminer vineyard produce a spicier wine. So they isolated it and called that Gewürztraminer.
Why did I not know that?
Yeah. Well,
It's like Johnny Carson.
I'm just a compendium of useless wine
I
knowledge.
did not know that. I did not know that. So this is this is a late entry.
Yeah, but boy,
It's so good.
good.
We haven't done a Zin in a long time.
I know. I love
This whole group, they have this whole product line that's come out of the woodwork. And the value is very high. And they just got and on the other Zin, they just got a great accolade. This is
Big.
2015.
big buxom Zinfandel. I mean, but not so over the top and so alcoholic that you go, wow, is this port or what?
No, but the extraction, you get
Yeah,
that
a lot of
flavors
extraction.
are
Yeah,
great.
it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Lodi.
Lodi,
Alcohol content is 14.7.
Yeah, so that's not that bad. I mean, some of these guys can get up to 16, even 17%. And then there's residual sugar left in the wine because the yeast dies off from the high alcohol, and they can't convert it all to sugar, or all the alcohol. So
Wow.
anyway, yeah, it's a big wine. I mean, this is not something to have with filet of sole. Okay.
No, I'm getting wonderful layers of spice. I get the alcohol in the finish. I'm really impressed with this.
Lots
I
of
forgot
black cherry, blackberry.
Yeah, I forgot how dense it is.
But really good, solid tannins too. I mean, this
Yeah,
is not a
definitely.
wimpy wine. I mean, you can have this with a charred steak, with wild boar. Wild boar, I love wild boar. Anyway, $22.99 on the shelf, $12.99 reorder price, absolutely hands-off
96 for me.
price, $98.
Wow, how is that different from a cage? Free. Is that free range boar?
Well, yeah, they're all free range.
As opposed to. Okay, this is
This guy makes such great wine.
This is so good.
And as far as I'm concerned, Pinot Gris from New Zealand is the best kept secret in the world.
It really
Because
is.
everybody gravitates toward their Zinfandel, their Sauvignon Blanc, but their Pinot Gris. We've had Pinot Gris. It's some of my favorite wines we've ever featured. Pinot Gris from New
I'm
Zealand.
getting like custard. I'm getting citrus. I'm getting like a creme brulee character.
Gobs of fruit, beautiful acidity, citrus, lime, all kinds of great stuff.
You look at 13 at Pinot Gris, which is Pinot Grigio. It's maybe too old, but this is developed
Oh, it's gorgeous.
really
Absolutely
into a
beautiful
very
wine.
complex wine.
$16.99 on the shelf, $11.99 reorder, and I'm at a 95 too. That's just. This guy's name is really Ant Moore, A-N-T Moore, which I never did get an explanation as to how he got named that.
This is so atypical of a Pinot Grigio.
Yeah,
It's hard to even explain, but what a wonderful expression.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Because
Absolutely.
there's none of that
beautiful
New Zealand grassiness, none of that New Zealand anything.
stuff. Well, no, but it's a different grape too.
Well, I understand, but it's still the terroir.
Yeah, the terroir will have an impact without...
Terroir. The
Terroir.
The terroir.
The
has
terroir.
impact.
The terroir.
So our friends at Argento, you know, again they keep. I might taste these wines all the time, and I'm just like, okay, when can I have this?
Wow, it's really something.
Mendoza Cab. I'm looking at their Chardonnay right now as well because it's so good.
Holy mackerel.
Wow.
That is a big wine. There is a lot of flavor. They took 2 bottles of wine and they shoved it into 1 bottle. That's what they did here. Because this has got extract and presence like 2 Cabernets,
Wow,
you know?
that's big. You know, he was the French winemaker who's up in Salta. Now, Salta is 1,000 miles away from Mendoza. Says that we tried to grow cab up there, and it's, boy, he goes, it's thin and it's got grape, it's got greenness. And
Yeah, because
green
it
pepper.
gets too cold.
This is too cold because it's at 10,000 feet. It's like Mount Baldy. It's like growing vines on Mount
Yeah,
Baldy.
try, you know, you go pick the vines and then you get dizzy from the altitude.
He goes, so this is lower, of course. Of course, I always ask him how the Argentinians got away with taking all the land of that continent away from the Chileans, but they got a nice strip. And I didn't know either, too. I have to go visit this area because I haven't been there yet. That the north part of Chile is basically like a very dry desert.
Well, look at where it is. It's right near the equator, you know. So anyway, this is spectacular wine. $18.99 is still a great price. $12.99 reorder. I'm doing a 97 because this is.
I'll go 97 too. This is juicy.
Yeah.
And blackberries and got an age in the bottle. And got all that going on. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Do you know what you're
You know
saying?
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my favorite buddy here, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, he's so funny.
He's really a great guy.
He's got this Merlot.
His Merlots are phenomenal.
Yeah, except for this '08, which is the year they had the fires.
Oh yeah.
And it is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the wine, but it's kind of like having Laforgue Scotch, which is from the Isle.
Lefroy.
Floyd.
Lefroy, you're talking about? That stuff is horrible.
Because all
Oh my!
peat.
Oh, it's all peat.
It's Islay, right? So this is
yeah.
his Merlot. He says it to me, and I was really hoping to buy it, but it has so much smoke in it. And I said, it sounds like I said, it sounds like the fires.
He makes great Merlot, though. He makes really great Merlot. He makes great Chardonnay, too. This is a phenomenal bottle of wine. It has very little oak again, but it's got just lovely terroir
Wow, the
smell.
density is
Sonoma County, or Mendocino County. It's really
Really,
something.
expression of the grape, a little bit of oak.
Yeah, or it's Lake County, isn't it? No, it's Mendocino. That's right.
Here's
yeah.
a guy that, farmer turned wine guy.
Well, he's a realtor, and his success as a realtor is what keeps the winery going. But it's they make really, really good wines. Everything I've tasted of theirs, and they're really super nice people, and they live locally here. They live in.
This is probably one of the reasons why he has trouble selling the wines in the open market, because he uses terms like this: create a wonderful, fresh, and full flavored wine.
Oh,
That's very interesting.
well, sorry. That's our show for today, kids, for the Vintners Series of, thank you, February 2017, 2017.
Looks like the Mexican food's here, Ed.
Oh, goody. Hallelujah. Viva la Mexico.